So Edwin Hubble appears on the scene. He was an interesting man. He basically came to Oxford University as a Rhodes Scholar and studied law. But then he went back and decided he wanted to be an astronomer. He left Oxford back to California with an affected English accent, which really offended his American colleagues. But sadly, although he was waiting for the 200-inch, he died from a heart attack just a few years after the 200-inch was ready for action. And so he handed the baton to his disciple, Alan Sandage. And Alan Sandage had a competitor, this man here, who's still alive, Jim Gunn. And the two of them, fought over telescope time on the 200-inch to look further and further back. Now, you probably think astronomers are, surely they're just, simple people. They go to the mountain, they look through the eyepiece. They're very pleasant, easygoing people that, spend their nights alone and everything. You can't imagine that they could be competitive and, cutthroat and, trying to prevent each other from getting on the telescope. A few years ago, I found an article in the Times which had a list of, the various professions and the stress levels of the professions. And at the top were things like surgeon, stockbroker, politician. And then way down the list was astronomer. In fact, it was under vicar, and I thought, this is just not right, because astronomers are just as cutthroat and competitive as politicians. So these two guys fought it out, trying to get observing time on this mighty telescope, which for 40 years was the most powerful telescope in the world.